So think about this. If you say, if I study, I will pass. You're feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, you're planning on it.
Right. But if you say, if I studied, I would pass, well, you are kind of already predicting failure.
Totally. And that is exactly why we are here. Welcome to a brand new deep dive crafted specifically for you. Today, we are decoding the grade 12 textbook, Get Involved, Unit 6, Challenges, and really looking at how grammar literally bends reality.
I love that. We are extracting the core mechanics like conditionals, alternatives to the word if, and those really tricky I wish structures.
And the goal is to give you the insider secrets to completely outsmart your examiner.
Exactly. So let's look at conditionals like branching timelines in a sci-fi movie.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
Right. So the zero conditional is your baseline timeline where absolute facts rule. Like the textbook gives the example, if you don't put salt on it, it doesn't taste as good.
Yeah, that is an unbreakable law of the universe.
Right, because salt makes everything better.
Definitely. But then we step into timeline 1, the first conditional. This is a highly likely future branch. Like, if she does her homework now, she'll be free. The action directly causes a probable result.
Okay, that makes sense.
But timeline 2, the second conditional, that drops us into a parallel universe. If Jack didn't go to my school, I wouldn't see him.
Wait, so Jack does go to your school?
Yeah.
You are just like pulling up a hologram of an alternate present where he doesn't.
You've got it. Which brings us to the third conditional.
The tricky one.
Yeah, this is a collapsed, completely impossible timeline. It's for imaginary consequences of events that just never happen. Like, if I hadn't eaten it, I wouldn't have become ill.
But you already ate it, and, well, you're already sick.
Exactly. The timeline is sealed.
So how do examiners actually test us on these different universes?
Well, they actively hunt for punctuation mistakes here. You can beat them with one simple rule. If the condition, the if clause starts the sentence, drop a comma.
And if the consequence comes first?
No comma. It is a tiny detail, but examiners use it to deduct points all the time.
Good to know. So if conditionals map out these different timelines, why do we need other words? I mean, why bother memorizing phrases like provided that? Why isn't if enough to get the job done?
Because different words set really specific limits on those timelines. Take unless, for example. It specifically means if not. Like, unless you come with me, I won't go.
Oh, I see. It is a much sharper, more precise boundary than just saying, if you don't.
Exactly.
Okay, so it shows a higher level of fluency. How does that translate to scoring higher on the exam, though?
It is all about tone matching. You want to use as long as or so long as for casual spoken sections of the test.
Right, keep it conversational.
Exactly. But the moment you switch to formal writing assignments, you need to elevate your vocabulary to provided that or on the condition that. The examiners want to see that you know the difference between chatting with a friend and, arguing an essay.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, what happens when we're stuck in our current timeline and we just hate it?
The regrets.
Yes, like the textbook's rule for present regrets. I wish I had enough money. Why are we using the past tense had if we're complaining about right now?
Think about what the past actually represents. In English grammar, shifting a tense backward isn't just about showing distance in time. It is how we show distance from reality.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you use the past tense for a present regret because you are stepping 1 degree away from what is actually real.
So distance in time equals distance from reality. That completely changes how I look at this.
It's a neat trick, right?
It really is. So what do we do for a past regret if the past tense is already taken?
You shift even further back into the past perfect. Like, if only our best player hadn't gotten injured.
Yeah.
Notice the hadn't gotten, so you are 2 steps removed from reality because the event is already over.
Got it. And if only is far more emotional than I wish, right?
Much more.
Wait, so if shifting tense backwards creates that sad distance from reality, how do I express, like, active frustration?
What do you mean?
Like, my brother won't stop playing loud music. Saying if only he didn't play it sounds too, poetic. I just want him to stop.
Right. For active frustration with someone else, you use the I wish plus would or wouldn't structure. The absolute key here is that the subject and the object must be different.
Okay, so I'm expressing a desire for someone else to change their behavior.
Exactly. I wish you wouldn't do that.
So you can't use it on yourself. You couldn't say, I wish I wouldn't do that.
Correct. And one more trap to avoid. Examiners will try to catch you using an only in a question.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never do it. If you are asking a question about regrets, always use do you wish.
Never, if only. Got it. So the ultimate cheat sheet for this exam is basically just read the context clues.
Yeah, identify if the situation is a fact, a possibility, or an impossible past, and match your tenses to that exact reality.
Master that and you master the grammar.
100%.
Which leaves you with a final thought to mull over. We talked about how the third conditional lets us imagine an impossible past. But if you could actually pull a sci-fi move and rewrite one past regret, if only you did one thing differently, would changing that single condition fundamentally alter who you are today?